Welcome to African Horizon. Today I want to focus on and share some perspectives on recent infrastructure and economic developments in Egypt, because Egypt has been going through some really interesting developments recently. So in 2015, Egypt opened a second Suez Canal, which means now Egypt has two parallel Suez Canals next to each other. That in itself is a massive infrastructure undertaking, and Egypt did it in only a year. In addition, in 2015, Egypt started building a new administrative capital. That's a completely new capital city. It's going to be housing up to 6.5 million residents, located about 45 to 50 kilometers east of Cairo. That's going to house residential districts, business districts, diplomatic districts, government districts, and be a major smart, sustainable city development. To really develop a new capital city of that magnitude is a major infrastructure and strategic undertaking. Requires strategic thinking, planning, and really, to follow through on developments. And they're working and developing and progressing really fast at rapid speed. They're going to be launching it probably late this year, depending on the corona pandemic, the situation. I think maybe, early next year, but the plan is to open it late this year. In addition, they're going to be developing now a high-speed railway from Alamein near the Mediterranean Ocean via the new administrative capital to Sokhna near the Suez Canal. And this new high-speed railway is going to be stretching over 1,000 kilometers, going to be built in about 2 years, developed by Siemens. But really now they're developing a lot of infrastructure, transportation corridors, and connectivity. In addition, Egypt has developed the Suez Canal Economic Zone, which stretches along the Suez Canal. So in the Suez Canal Economic Zone, there are major foreign investments going on. They're developing manufacturing hubs, industrial zones, logistics clusters, a lot of warehousing, residential districts. It's a really major undertaking in as well. And there's going to be a lot of foreign investments coming in the coming years. In addition, I think Egypt also wants to really develop, the southern zone in Egypt. To do that, they should also develop an economic corridor from Egypt across South Sudan and South Sudan into East Africa. In addition, in the future, I also think there could be potentially some planning going on to develop, an economic corridor from Egypt across Libya and across Tunisia, Algeria, towards Morocco, to really develop a North African economic corridor, which could stretch from Egypt to Morocco. Would be very smart and interesting. They would, could develop special economic zones, logistics clusters. That would be a driver for the North African region. And in addition, if Egypt could develop and build a bridge from the Sinai Peninsula via the Tiran Island to Saudi Arabia, that would connect Egypt to Saudi Arabia, and they could develop an economic corridor from Egypt across Saudi Arabia into the Middle East, and that would make Egypt a really economic hub and center of gravity for economic activity and development across North Africa, towards East Africa, and towards the Middle East. I think Egypt has a lot of potential going forward, and with the strategic initiatives by President Sisi and the government in Egypt going forward now, developing a Suez Canal Economic Zone, developing a new capital city, developing a high-speed railway from the Mediterranean Ocean to the Suez Canal. In addition, they're building a Grand Egyptian Museum, which is going to be opening late this year. So Egypt is taking a lot of strategic initiatives. So when the world comes out of the corona pandemic, and we'll probably see international traveling open again, maybe 2023, 2024, 2025, when global travel will resume, Egypt will have a lot to show to the world, and that's going to be creating a driver for tourism, for international business activity. And going forward, I think Egypt is taking a lot of strategic steps now, which really shows its ability to strategic thinking and development, which a lot of countries could learn from. I think that's really interesting, to take strategic initiatives during a pandemic. That is something which is interesting, and Egypt is doing it. So going forward, I think we're going to see also in the coming years that 30% of the population in Egypt now live in poverty. I think there will be a decrease in that percentage. So I think Egypt will be able to take people out of poverty, and that will be very important also for Egypt going forward, particularly in the focus areas of the Sinai Peninsula, but also in the southern central areas in Egypt. So that's going to be very important. But I think there are many interesting developments going on in Egypt, and the potential forward with Egypt's ability for strategic thinking and strategic planning, it's a great potential. So thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you again. And please remember to subscribe to African Horizon. Thank you.